What's going on, YouTube? I am Germ here, and as you guys can see, the CS2 markets have been on absolute fire over the past couple weeks. I mean, this graph just looks so good. Obviously, things were looking not so good with things just kind of going down like every day, every week, every month. Every time you logged on, your inventory was worth a little bit less. All the items were worth a little bit less, but you could also buy stuff at a little bit more of a discount, which was great, but things were just going down and down and down. And I think you can clearly see on this graph that things have turned around. Things have changed. So we're going to be going over what's been going on in the market recently, giving some of my updated thoughts and opinions and what I think is going to happen going forward. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Skins Monkey. This is an automated CS2 trading platform that allows you to turn your skins into some new ones instantly. Select the items that you are looking to get rid of, find some stuff that you think looks cool, and then click on trade items, and they're going to send that new stuff your way. Use code GERM on the site right now to get an up to free $5 bonus when you make a $100 trade or more. Code GERM will also get you an extra 5% deposit bonus on top of the 30% deposit bonus that they already have. Skins Monkey is an awesome site, awesome service. They're going to be linked in the description below. They're going to be the pinned comment. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring this video. Let's get into it. So again, like I said, this graph looks amazing. You know, if we start to zoom out a little bit, we can see what I'm talking about in the last 3 months, where there have been some small kind of upward periods, but every upward period has only been like a couple days long, or, you know, like 2, 3, 4 days, maybe a week max if we've been lucky. But really, it's been down, flat, up a little bit, down, down. Things have just kind of kept going down until we finally hit this bottom at like November 15th, right in there. And then things have really just kind of gone up. There hasn't really been any downward periods in the last like 3 weeks. I mean, this is close to a month now. It's already December 5th on the day that I'm recording this video. So the graph has turned around. Things are different. Does this mean that we found the bottom and that we can't go down lower? No, absolutely not. Things can absolutely go down. Things can go lower than where they were, but that's not exactly what I think is going to happen. I think we've kind of hit a localized bottom. I think the market is kind of looking onwards and upwards. And I think it's for a bunch of different reasons. One, I think the negativity and everything regarding CS2 and the markets in general was really overblown. Again, at the end of the day, CS has an insane community. It has an insane history. It has an insane player base. People love this game. People are going to continue to love this game, and people are going to continue to play this game. Yes, the CS2 release was not perfect, and it got overhyped, and the market got overpriced for sure, especially with how much of a flop the release ended up being. But again, these markets and the prices and the investments are forward looking. You're not necessarily investing on what you think this thing is worth today in a total vacuum or bubble or whatever. The price of what it could be in the future has to be factored in as well. And again, does the average person in this community think 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now even, that CS2 is going to be in the same state that it is right now? No, I don't think so. I think most people expect and believe that Valve is going to fix this game, put out a bunch of new content. The majors are going to be insane. Like, the esports scene is going to be thriving. The content side of the game is going to be thriving. The inside of the game is going to be thriving. They're going to come out with new game modes. They're going to release new guns, new skins, new agents, all this new stuff. And the player base is probably going to rebound very strongly, if not reach new all-time highs. So does it really make sense for people to be so negative? And at some point, can things even get more negative? Because again, the game is still fun. The game is still playable. The game has still been in an okay state. Maybe not the state that people expected, but I play the game. I think the game is fine. It has some frustrating moments. It has some issues, but again, people were overreacting to a lot of that as well. I just like kicked the leg out of my chair. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. But people were overreacting to a lot of things as well. You know, people are saying, oh, there's matchmaking issues. Like, there's always been matchmaking issues. People are saying, oh, there's cheaters. There's always been cheaters. People, you know, had all these different issues that they want to be fixed in CS2. And again, maybe they will, maybe they won't. But these are things that didn't stop CSGO from becoming the insane game that people knew and loved. So I think people were overly negative, and I really don't think it was possible for things to get much more negative. I mean, I've talked about this in videos before where you could go on Twitter, Reddit, Discords, everywhere. There was so much negativity, and everyone was selling, and everyone was shitting on CS2 skins and CS2 investments and all this stuff. Like, at some point, people are going to say, hey, CS2 isn't actually as bad as you guys are saying. I'm actually going to start buying some of this stuff. If you guys want to keep selling everything, I'm going to start buying it. And I think that's what we've seen. I think we've seen Valve do a good job. Obviously not with this recent kind of crazy ban wave of players, which was really random, and I think a big step back and in the wrong direction. But the game is getting better. people are realizing that the sky is not falling. CS2 investing is not dead. And people are kind of realizing, hey, if everyone's panicking, this is actually a pretty good time to buy. And I think that's why things have been rebounding. If we take a look at some of the top like trending items and stuff in the game right now, this is sorted by market cap. So these are like the highest market cap items in the game, with the butterfly fade factory new being number one. You can see that in the last 7 days, in the last week, a lot of things are up, a lot of things are green. There are a couple things that are down. Blue phosphor factory news down 1%, which like that isn't bad. I mean, we've seen things down like 10, 20, 30, 40% in a week here recently. So it'd only be down 1%. That's like pretty stable. It's doing okay when everything else is up. You have sports gloves, Pandora box field tested up 13% in the last week. Desert Eagle Blaze up 2%. Butterfly knife Tiger Tooth up 3%. I mean, it's really hard to find a lot of red in the past week. You have sports glove, Vice are down a little bit, but most things are doing quite well. Most things are rebounding, and this is the top of the market. And again, the last 24 hours, last week, whatever, things are doing quite well. Now, I think there's even some more good news here that this is still, I think, in my opinion, a really, really good time to buy still, because not only are things trending in the right direction and it seems like something has changed, it seems like something is different, it seems like there's not much panic and despair and depression and stuff in the market. Now, I know I keep getting comments like, oh, it's a dead cat bounce. And that could be true, and that's fine. And guess what? Even if this is a dead cat bounce and the prices go down again, you can still buy more. You can still buy again. You can still buy at cheaper and cheaper and cheaper prices, because even if it is a dead cat bounce and even if things are going down, I personally, and many people out there, and if you're investing in the CS2 markets, you should believe that things are going to come back, and they're going to come back very, very strongly, and maybe even better than ever before. So I don't care if I buy now and it goes back down, that's fine. I'm putting money in on a monthly or weekly or whatever basis, whatever your strategy is. So it really should turn out to be okay. But, even though we've seen, I think a clear upward kind of momentum and trajectory and pattern stuff right now, when you start to zoom out, you will still see that we are massively, massively down. So you have like the double great part of being able to buy in an upward trend and an upward trajectory while the market is doing well, while also buying at very, very steep discounts. Now, you could argue, hey, these discounts aren't that steep. These are the prices we saw at the beginning of the year and things just got way overpriced or whatever. And yeah, sure, that's fine. But still, you'd be buying at prices that we saw 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, whatever, when people were really excited for those prices. Now you're getting a huge discount from those prices when people aren't so excited. And again, obviously the old adage is like, buying when nobody else wants to, or buying when you see blood in the streets or whatever. Some of the items I did want to take a look at, kind of what's been doing the best over the past couple of weeks or so, see if we can find anything interesting. I want to bump up the liquidity a little bit so we don't just get tons of like crazy, ridiculous items. See if we can find anything interesting in here. We have the Glock 18 Sand Dune up 85% in the last week, which is kind of funny. We have some random stickers here and there. We have the Mag 7 Silver Factory new up like 38% in the last week. Obviously some older skins, stuff like that. We have the CZ Victoria Battle Scarred up a little bit. We have the Nova Green Apple up 32%. We have the Tai Lu Stockholm 2021 patch up 30%. Kind of an interesting thing there to maybe note. We have the AK-47 Predator Battle Scarred up 28%. Now, some of this stuff could be on low liquidity or low volumes or being market manipulated or whatever, but I'm just kind of running through this to see if we can find anything interesting. We have the FaZe Clan MLG Columbus up 26% in the last week. We have Sports Gloves Nox, which I believe just got a pretty big buff recently in one of these patches, up about 26%. We have some Cato 19s that are up, just kind of giving you guys some different ideas of things to look out for. We have the Aquatic Offensive patch. I believe this is a patch from Operation Riptide. I'm very, very high on Operation Riptide patches. It has been doing well over the past week, so that's definitely something to keep an eye on. We have a couple of different USPs in Neo Noir and the Royal Blue doing well. The AK-47 Phantom Disruptor looks like it's been doing pretty good. We have the FaZe Clan foil from Stockholm. I talked about that in a recent video, how there's a lot of kind of people don't know what's going to happen going forward with FaZe Clan, so that's doing good. And Stockholm in general is just doing good. You see a G2 Gold here. We have another Operation Riptide patch, lots of different skins. We have more Stockholm stickers, Stockholm patches, knives, guns. So all kinds of different things are doing really, really well right now. I still think cases haven't really been killing it as of late, so I still think they're a very, very good purchase while their prices are kind of suppressed. I think agents have been doing very well recently. They're definitely something to keep an eye on. There's a lot of different pockets of the market that are doing well recently, but are still down over the past couple months that I think present really, really awesome buying opportunities. But one thing is for sure, again, when I look at this graph, I see the market just being on fire. I mean, to me, this is a great sign. I love buying during these upward trends while also being able to buy at a discount. And hey, it was annoying. It was sad. It was frustrating. It was just sucky looking at your inventory and seeing the prices go down every single day. So I'm just relieved to see, hey, some prices are going up. I have some items selling for higher and higher prices on marketplaces. Before it was just kind of everyone trying to undercut each other. And now for the first time ever, people are kind of buying up through some of these, supplies and inventories and stuff on some of these trading sites and trading marketplaces and Buff and Float and all these different places. So the past couple weeks have felt different. It feels like something has changed. I don't know if it's here to stay or not, but for right now, the CS2 markets are on fire. And I think this is a very exciting time to be a CS2 investor. And I think the purchases you make over the next couple months have an opportunity to be very impactful over the next couple of years. And I think you have an opportunity to make some money if you're able to play your cards right. We'll have to wait and see. Again, thank you guys so much to Skins Monkey. Definitely check them out. Pin comment, link in the description below. They're taking a chance on me, so I would love it if you guys show them some huge support. It would help me out a ton. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.